Zygarde complete. Not nearly as cool. Alright, it looks like we're back. L spouted some motivational nonsense and told me I needed to trust in Zygarde or whatever. Angie Flo, it's ready to destroy anyone who comes near it. Hyper Rogue Angie Floette. So we're going to Pokemon to create an opening. Is this just fairy type? Do I not have anything good? It looks like it's typeless. Yeah, it looks typeless. There we go. Thousand waves. It's using Light of Ruin. Dodge it. Zygarde will be able to protect you, it seems. What about everyone else in the city, though? Oh, shit. I should have maybe healed before sending out. Realizing the flowers are red and blue, X and Y. We're good. That one's dead. Okay, cool. Power up punch into close combat is just very nice. Thousand arrows. Give him a punch. Give you a full restore. Almost got our mega evolution up. Let's okay. Hit it. Oh, did I wasted time. There we go. Poor enforcer. Yeah! I thought we were gonna have to Mega Evolve him. Because I'm aware there's a Mega Evolution for Zygarde. Put an end to Angie Floet's rampage. The tower, or Angie, or whatever it's called, it stopped! Seems you and Zygarde managed to save the day. Yo, don't forget about us! I like how she has even a different sound effect for her hologram popping up. What are all the rogue Pokemon? They've all been pacified. When the top-ranked trainers of the Zia Royale join forces, they can accomplish anything. Allure, that goes without saying. All thanks to the superstars of Lumiose, Jacinth, and the rest of you, I suppose. Sure, fine, whatever you say at this point. Thank you all so much, especially you, Novice. Tony, are you alright? I'm fine. Takes more than this to phase me. Now all that's left is for Mega Floette to take control of Angie, and we'll finally be done. And I trust Quizartico will put together a nice party to celebrate once things calm down. I'll see that it happens. After all, it's thanks to the efforts of Team MZ that we managed to stop the tower. I imagine AZ must be smiling. Splendid. I believe Reese's Me would be the ideal venue for such a gathering when the time comes. Pass. I'm down for whatever so long as everyone has a good time. Zap you later. So one last step, Floette. Do your thing. What was that sound? Good question. Wait, it can still move? What's Angie trying to do? Okay, maybe I do need to Mega Evolve it still. It can't be. No way! If Angie fires Floette's Light of Ruin while it's all powered up like this, there won't be any Lumiose left to rebuild. Something inside your satchel is shaking? Oh yeah, it's the rock! Some kind of power is emanating from your pebble. Only pebble trust you by Pokemon Zygarde is completely unremarkable. Grip it tightly. It's Zygardeite, isn't it? Transforms to a Zygardeite stone. Yep. Okay, I knew this part was coming. Do it! The tower's alive? Who's Angie? It's the tower. AZ made another super weapon, but not really a super weapon, but it turned into a super weapon again, because apparently that's the only thing he knows how to build. And it was the tower all along. Anyway. Zygarde, use the power of Big Fucking Hammer. Poor Enforcer! Nile Light! Pokemon Gun! Finally! Yes! After all these years, we finally got Pokemon Gun! Yeah! Floette, you were kind of shit at your job. Oh my god, see, that was an actual fist bump animation. You need to beat the game to see the actual fist bump animation. As ever, it's our choices today that shape our tomorrows. I'll forever be grateful for you, Team MZ, my dear friends. Yeah, I didn't... Okay, so AZ built Angie as a... Okay, so you didn't pay attention to AZ's backstory, period. AZ was a king a long time ago, and there was a Pokemon war, and his Floette got sent to the front lines, which I kind of wonder why he wouldn't also get sent to the front lines. And she died, and so he made a machine to bring her back to life. But in order to use that machine, he had to absorb the life essence of a bunch of other Pokemon. He then converted the machine into a weapon of mass destruction and blew up like most of Kalos because he was just that angry. And Floette was like, whoa, what the fuck? That's way too much for me. And they left. And then... AZ wandered for 3,000 years because the side effect of building a super weapon is you become immortal. Some other king found AZ and was like, yo, I want you to build something for me. And then he built Prism Tower, the Eiffel Tower, but it wasn't a super weapon. It was like meant to share eternal life with everyone, but it needed Floette to work or something, apparently. And also, apparently, I guess it was still a super weapon. So that's the TLDR of what AZ's whole deal is. She's down in Lysander Labs doing some kind of science stuff. Lysander's still wandering the world. Also, wasn't the gym in Prism Tower? How did what's his nuts, the electric gym leader in Lumiose? How did he never notice that there was like a super weapon inside of the tower? This is the original X and Y ending theme, I'm realizing. Because I remember it had lyrics. Because I remember I went to the Pokemon Orchestra. And at one point, they played the original Pokemon theme song and had everyone sing along. But then they played the XY ending theme to have everyone sing along. And nobody in their lives has sung this song. It had lyrics. It didn't have lyrics in the game, but it had lyrics listed in the credits. And, like, everyone was just really awkward. That's how I remember this song. That's the core memory this song is seared into my brain. And yeah, the guy with the Heliolisk and big glasses. I forget his name. He was with Ash in the anime for the XY anime. That's Legend ZA. He had robot arm in his backpack. His inventions always exploded the first time, then were perfectly the second or third try, and he ditched his gym Pokemon with a robot version of himself to run the gym automatically while he went adventuring with the Bunnelby. And yet, I still do forget his name. Clement? Was it Clement? I forget his name too. Honestly, Gen 7? Gen 6. Gen 6 is probably my least favorite gen. Even his grave is imposing. I guess it's fitting for AZ in a way. Oh, man! He died? It's fitting for AZ in a way. Seems like he handled all the preparations for it by himself. He had me take his measurements, but he told me it was so I could make him some new clothes. Not so he could have his grave dug. Damn! Keep watch over Lumiose, AZ. We'll make sure it becomes like you wanted. A city of harmony between us and Pokemon. Jeez. Though, I mean, having been alive for 3,000 years, I also would have been like, you know, I'm kind of done with this. 3,000 long years, he bid farewell to so many, and now we bid farewell to him. Let's go home. I think we need a good meal. That's it. I'm starving. It'll be that curry again, I suppose. We've got so much left to take care of, so many things to clean up and set right. We'll handle things from here. Yeah, I didn't really like X and Y. I found this game more enjoyable than X and Y purely on a... That's the end of the game. There's a fin behind me. You can't see it. My body is blocking it. There's the F. That's about all you're gonna get on screen. Yeah, like the plot of X and Y was the plot of this is also a bit weird, but like this game gives me Kingdom Hearts vibes in a way, in that like there's a lot of inexplicable stuff that happens, but there's a joy in the weird inexplicable stuff that happens, you know? That's my thing. I can't ever delete my save and start again because I got my first ever shiny Black Furfrou and I got all 3 starters from the online tradings. I don't know if I can get that back. What do you mean you got all don't know if you can get what back? Your Furfrou? I thought you said that you have your save file. Your alarm's going off. How long is my vacation? Do I just live here now? Have I just decided to move full time? Does Tawny own the hotel now? Morning, or afternoon, I guess. It's not been a restful few days for any of us, I imagine. Not after that awful battle with the tower and AZ passing away. Yeah, that awful tower won't quit hanging around in my nightmares. At least they've been able to clean things up. The reopening ceremony for Centrico Plaza should be wrapping up about now, in fact. I'm glad the plaza's fixed, but is now really the time for having ceremonies? Now's exactly the time, I'd say. We've got to celebrate where we can, even if it feels hard. And after 2 catastrophes in 5 years, Lumiose needs all the happy occasions it can get. I guess you have a point. Anyway, did you figure out what you're gonna do? About what? About your wish! The one that you get for reaching rank A! You should have gotten the message about it when you signed up on the ZA app. Anyone who attains the highest rank A, will earn the right to call themselves on one of Lumio's strongest trainers and be granted a wish as long as it's within our power to fulfill. I want you to remove the anti-homeless benches. Ban hostile architecture. It's what AZ would have wanted. Suppose your next step would be to talk to Vinny about what you desire. Well, you'll need to figure out what it is to ask for, right? You saved the city. I bet they'll give you anything. Hey, all of you, come here a second. I found something while sorting through AZ stuff. I mean, you can always just trade your Pokemon if you happen to have a second thing, or the 3DS is really easy to mod. I've heard that there's a save editor that you can install on your 3DS very easily, and it has a Pokemon storage system on it that you don't need to pay for, so you could transfer Pokemon to that and then restart your save file, or back up your save file entirely and just start a new one. I've heard. I would never do such a thing. Because, you know, going against Nintendo's wishes is unheard of. I would never, but I've heard it's particularly easy if you wanted to be nefarious and do that. That's something while I was sorting through AZ stuff. Is that a letter? Could it be his will? I think so. Here, I'll read it out. To Team MZ, my dear friends, if you're reading this letter, then it would seem my time has finally come to an end. I leave you these instructions and final wishes. First, do with Hotel Z as you see fit. It is yours. If keeping it running would place a burden on your young lives, you may sell it. I only ask that you continue to look after Floette and all those who live within Lumiose City. I have been blessed to see new people of the city grow closer to all their new Pokemon neighbors. It's as you young ones once said, a joining of X and Y axes where that were never expected to meet. May you all bring about a true evolution in the relationship between Pokemon and humankind. I've lived so very, very long and seen so many go before me. But thanks to you all, I know that I will go to meet my own ending with a smile on my face. Thank you from the bottom of this old heart. Signed, AZ. Oh, AZ. When we left him on the roof that day on the tower went berserk, he must have already been prepared for his end. Yeah, I think so. So what will we do about the hotel? Also, crazy that he just died. Again, I find it crazy that people just die in Pokemon games now. First the professor in Scarlet Violet, and now Izzy just explicitly dying. Probably don't need to worry about turning it into a thriving business, right? Izzy did tell us he sought more of his own final residence than anything. He did, yes, but keeping a building like this in good repair won't be cheap. Should we ask Vinny for help? I bet Quizartico could lend a hand. I wouldn't want to use our Zia Royale wish for this. I don't think it's what we work so hard for. Vinny, what's up? You'll promise one wish to be granted if you reach rank A. It's time we took care of that. Please join us on the south side of Centrico Plaza. Understood. See you at Centrico Plaza. We'll be waiting for you. You all heard that, right? It's time to go meet Vinny. Guess you've got until you reach Centrico Plaza to figure out what you want to ask for. I'll figure it out. I expect everyone who's quite curious to see what our 2 rank A trainers will request. You're probably right, but there's no point in getting nervous about it. Let's head to Centrico Plaza. My dear Team MZ, why are you here? We simply had to find out what both of you rank A trainers would wish for. The bottom line is this: I would love nothing more than the opportunity to battle all of you again. Then why not just ask us to battle like trainers normally do? I'm so glad you asked! My dream is to help every resident of Lumiose become the best trainer they can be. And my dream is to make the citizens of Lumiose so strong that we can get rid of wild zones. Did we become just best friends? I would never have expected to share a dream with someone like you. Nevertheless, I certainly would not object if you felt inclined to ask on my behalf for a tournament that is open to every trainer in Lumiose. As for the name, something like the Sublime Ultra Tournoi de Jacquin. At that point, would you even call it a tournament? Whatever, Vinny's waiting, let's go. True strength means that training your heart to recognize the right time to use your power. Once I reach the top, I shall turn Lumiose City into Jacquinth City. Maybe it's a good thing that you didn't win. Maybe it's a good thing you didn't win. Tower long stood here in Lumiose City, which is near the center of the Kalos region. It once held a 2,000-year-old device. Oh, it's a wild zone now. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today, children. First of all, I offer my most sincere apologies to Team MZ regarding the Prism Tower affair. It should have been up to Quizartico Inc. to resolve the situation, yet it fell to you to rescue Lumiose's residents, human and Pokemon alike. We owe you all a great debt. Really, it wasn't that much. And Prism Tower thing was no one's fault. It's not like you could have just told the whole city something was up. It would have, I mean, you probably should have. It's called an evacuation order, and you probably should have issued one. Just such a shame AZ's attempt to protect Lumiose went so wrong. We managed to right it with the help of all those trainers that Novice had battled. Anyway, I think we would have tried to help out no matter what. We love Lumiose after all. It does my heart good to hear that you all feel this way. With that said, Vinny? Yes, ma'am? As you know, reaching rank A in Zia Royale earns you the right to have one wish granted, as long as that wish is within the capability of Quizartico Inc. to grant, of course. What about the person you've been searching for, Tawny? You can get help looking for them. That's a personal thing, I guess. I can just find them myself. I wish this big feels like it should go towards something that'd help everyone. I know, we can combine your 2 wishes. I bet they'd get us something really cool. They're the ones with the wishes, you know. In that case, what do you say? I want more Pokemon to live in Lumiose. These are all really vague. Again, I want to get rid of hostile architecture. I feel you, but that's Quizarticle's whole mission. We can leave that up to them. In any case, what do you say? I don't want Pokemon to live in Lumiose. We've already made Centrica Plaza into our new Wild Zone 20, allowing Pokemon to settle there. I'm afraid adding more into this city at this point would be problematic. I want us all to battle Pokemon together. That seems like one promising way to make the city as joyful as it can be. Jikint and the others sure seemed hype about the idea. No! Get rid of hostile architecture! Fully support more Pokemon battles. Should we ask for the ZA Royale to continue then? No! No! Fine. What, is there a problem? No, rather AZ had approached me as well to ask if the ZA Royale could be continued even after its original purpose had been served. Perhaps he, better than any other, understood the value of engaging in Pokemon battles after such a long lifespan watching others. If you will give me but a moment. Attention ZA Royale operations team. This is your green light to push the update to the app as discussed. You were already planning on doing this. Ergo, it's not my wish. Anything plus anything is still anything, yeah. As you'll see when you next check your app, you should now be registered to take part in the Infinite ZA Royale. Earn yourself a challenger's ticket and show it to the receptionist Quizartico for a chance to battle a reward match. If you win the match, amazing prizes will be yours to keep. After each reward match, your ticket points will be reset to 0. I'll inform the other ZA Royale participants about the update and our plans for this competition. Let me see. I suppose we may as well begin at once. We'll kick off this very night. You worked fast as always, Vinny. So AZ wished for this to happen too. Wonder if there really are things you can only understand through Pokemon battles. We'll find out what those things are through the ZA Royale. Hope you're all ready. Starting now, we're rivals. Seems like a marvelous future awaits us. As much as we work to improve the city itself, its people and Pokemon are what truly matter most. I hope the competition sparked by the ZA Royale will continue breathing new life into Lumiose City. Alright, let's go do whatever we need to prepare for the Infinite ZA Royale awaits. Your choice. It isn't really a choice. Who'da thought? Who'da thunk? Medicham, Electros, Malamar. There's a lot of alphas here. Is it just nothing but alphas? Are you an alpha also? No, you're just normal. I'm gonna need to go get the Floette for champions at some point. But I mean, maybe not even. Because A, I don't really want to use Floette in champions. And B, I imagine you can only get it in a basic-ass Pokeball, and there's no cool title you can get it. I can probably try and just recruit one in champions. Just keep pulling all my parcels from the top of the tower. Anyway. I heard this lady called Jikint tried to buy the tower for herself. It'd be cool to glide from the tower with a Rodopone. Okay, I've got hiccups. I think this is probably the end of the stream for the night. Rank infinite. Let's see. Who all is up? And what all are they doing tonight?
Zapdos became Mewtwo. That's true.
We're gonna go raid Patters. Can I wish me to kick Jacinth out of the city or at least get a restraining order? Can I wish me to redistribute Jacinth's wealth to the proletariat? Can my wish be billionaire tax? That'd be great. That'd be great. Anyway, if you're on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/Patters. If you're on TikTok, same deal. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all later.